In our 2021 Black Friday sale, you can save 40% on all Coffee Break Languages courses. You can benefit from huge savings on Coffee Break English, French, Chinese, German, Spanish, Italian and Swedish, simply by using the coupon code BF2021 at checkout. Our sale is now on and runs until the 30th of November. That's not all. We are also running a prize draw this week in which you could win our entire learning library. That's over £4,500 or $6,000 worth of language courses. This is our biggest sale ever, and there won't be discounts like this again for at least another year. For everything you need to know, head to coffeebreaklanguages.com/BF2021 and we'll see you there. We will indeed see you there, but before that, we will see you here. Buongiorno a tutti e benvenuti. Welcome to this special Italian broadcast that we are running for our Black Friday sale. Now, in today's broadcast, we're focusing on Italian. That's probably clear from the t-shirt immediately. And when you are joining us, we know that we are broadcasting on YouTube and also on Facebook. But on YouTube, we've got lots of learners of other languages. So, be aware that we're going to be doing a French, a German and a Spanish broadcast about our courses later this week. But today we're focusing on Italian. Allora, come state? How are you? If you are an Italian learner, let me know in the comments. It's always good to know that we have people watching. I know that there are many of you watching today, so let us know in the comments where you're watching from and how long you've been learning Italian for. Again, if you're not an Italian learner, don't worry. There are more special broadcasts in the coming days for you. Let me check that all of this is working. I should be able to see my computer. Yeah, I can do that. And I should be able to see my slides too. And just to double check, I think when you see my computer, there's an echo. That should be it fixed now. And when the slides are here, we've got audio and the slides. That should all be good now. You should also be able to see me up here. That's good. Okay, so let us see. Let's come back here. We have got some people joining us today. Let us know, as I say, let us know in the comments how long you've been learning and indeed if you have been using Coffee Break Italian while you've been learning in wherever you are. Let's have a look. We've got Trina joining us here. Ciao, Trina. Delighted to have you here, and you're a very new learner. Okay, there are lots of pieces of information for you today, so stick around. We've got Susan also joining us from Massachusetts, a brand new learner, totally a beginner. Allora, perfetto. One of the great things about Italian is that it's such an expressive language, and we can use Italian in such an expressive way. So even a word like perfetto, and bouncing on those T's. Perfetto. I hope you're repeating along with me, Susan. Perfetto. Perfect. Perfect. You're a new learner, and it's perfect that you're here today because you're going to learn a lot about what we have to offer. Chelsea's joining us from Trinidad and has been learning Italian for 2 years. Molto bene. Thank you, Chelsea, and we hope you've been enjoying using Coffee Break Italian to do so. Now, what we're going to do in this session, I think we're going to take a relaxing look through all of the courses that we have on offer. We have lots of different courses. Indeed, if I go over to my computer here, this is our whole selection of different different Italian courses. And sometimes it's a little difficult to know where to start. I think, though, it's like going into a chocolate shop. You go into a chocolate shop and you see all these absolutely amazing looking chocolates. You know, every one of them is going to be delicious, and you've just got to decide which one you want to eat. And that's a little bit like choosing our courses, because every one of them will give you something rich, something enjoyable, and something very useful to you in your learning. But it's sometimes knowing where to start that is the tricky thing. And today I'm going to talk you through all of our courses, and I'm also going to take you behind the scenes, as it were, into the Coffee Break Academy, where our courses are available. Okay, we've got a few more hellos before we get started. Karen is at an intermediate level. Benissimo, Karen. Emer is saying, I've been listening for a good while. Excellent course. Grazie mille. And Johan is saying, I learn Chinese for fun and don't want to stop. It's so cool, but I also have to learn for exams. Well, we hope that you continue to enjoy learning Chinese. And if you're using Coffee Break Chinese, benissimo, 非常好. More about Chinese later in the week. Today, as I said, we're focusing on Italian. So let me bring in the slides and make sure we've got all of these. I should say, as I said, there are going to be some other demos later in the week. We've got our Italian one today. Tomorrow, Wednesday the 24th, at the same time, we're going to be focusing on German. And then on Saturday, we're going to be focusing on French. And finally, on Sunday, on Spanish. But we'll be covering the other languages. That would be English, Swedish, and Chinese that we offer. And they are going to be featured in broadcasts on Friday and next Monday too. Obviously, all of this week, we're doing all of this to help as many people as possible, excuse me, know exactly which course to buy during our Black Friday sale. As I said, we are running our sale this week, and there's more information about that in just a moment. Okay, let us get started. Let me see if I can bring in. Yes, here I am up here. So this is we're focusing on Italian today. This is a broadcast for Italian learners, and as I said, I'm going to talk you through all of our courses. We have got a number of courses in Italian, and if you have any questions about any of our Italian courses as we're going through this, please do post them in the chat. However, when you post them in the chat, can I ask that you start with question in capital letters? So make sure you post question in capital letters, and that way I will see immediately that you've got a question for me and I'll be able to answer your question. So if you've got a question, post the word question in the chat and ask your question there. And the team is behind the scenes almost also helping us with the questions so they can answer things too. Okay, so let us begin and we'll take a look at our range of courses. We have a number of courses. We've got Coffee Break Italian Season 1, Season 2. We also have our Coffee Break Italian magazine, our travel diaries courses. This is just a quick overview. We've got our reading club, 2 seasons of the reading club. So our reading club Season 1 and Season 2. And also our new course, Coffee Break Italian Season 3. Now, as I said, I'm going to explain all of these in detail. So we're going to talk through each of the courses. And I'll also, as I said, take you behind the scenes and let you see what this looks like within the Coffee Break Academy. Now, I should say I've got a bit of a cough, so I do apologise if I have to disappear, and I'll try my best to mute my mic before I cough. So I'm going to do that now. And I hope you didn't hear me cough. Good stuff. Okay, let us continue on, and we'll have a look, first of all, at Coffee Break Italian Season 1. Now, Season 1, all our Coffee Break Italian lessons, as it were, are organised into seasons. And each of our main seasons, that's seasons 1, 2, and 3, have 40 lessons. Now, if you are starting from the very beginning, and I know some of you are complete beginners, then season 1 is perfect for you because it absolutely starts at the beginning of the lesson. You'll begin by learning greetings and how to introduce yourself, and you'll move on to look at transactional language, the kind of language that you may need if you're travelling to an Italian speaking area. We'll be looking at practical topics, the sort of practical language that you need when you're travelling, but also introducing the grammar of Italian and helping you understand how the language works and how you can use the language in a way that will help you be understood. And of course, one of the key things about season 1 is that it's just the start, and it's the start of this wonderful journey of learning a language. And therefore, you'll need to really focus on building strong foundations from the very beginning, and that's exactly what we'll be doing with you in season 1. Now, you may have come across Coffee Break Italian Season 1 within our podcasts. We organise podcasts, we produce podcasts, we publish podcasts, and you may well have heard some of our lessons. For the lessons, I am joined by my colleague Francesca, who is a native speaker of Italian. I have a degree in Italian, so I'm a speaker of Italian too. But we're also joined by Katie, who's a learner like you. And so within these lessons, you're listening to Katie, who's learning, along with Francesca and myself. So lots of, for example, if Katie's got a question, then she asks the question and we answer that question. And very often that's exactly the kind of question that you may have yourself. So, as I said, this is season 1. Season 1 is made up of our free podcast. Obviously, you can get the free podcast on iTunes, on Spotify, on Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. But we also offer an online course version. And the online course has lots more to it. So you get those audio lessons, obviously, and you get access to them all at once in the same place. And you are also able to access our video lessons, which are words on screen video. I'll be showing you an example of that in just a moment. We have lesson notes for every lesson. And then there are also bonus audio lessons which help you consolidate what you've learned in the main lesson. And there are also quizzes where you can test what you've learned. Now, I am going to see if I can take you over here, because I think we're going to take a look now at what Season 1 involves within the Coffee Break Academy. I should mention, again, this is focusing on Italian today. We're broadcasting on the Italian Facebook page and on our YouTube channel. But if you're not an Italian learner, then tune in again later in the week for French, German, Spanish, Swedish, Chinese and English. So let's take a look inside the Coffee Break Academy. This is our area where our learners learn. It's the school, if you like, the academy of the Coffee Break Languages world. So if I go into Coffee Break Italian Season 1, let's click on this here. You can see here, you have access to all of these lessons and you can see some of the topics. So hello, greetings, saying where you're from, using the negative, introducing family members, counting in Italian, asking where things are, places in the town. So you get the idea. Lots of very practical Italian lessons. And each of these is organised in 4 sections. So you've got a video, you've got the audio lesson, you've got lesson notes and a bonus audio lesson too. So what many of our learners do is begin with the video. I've just realised I can bring myself, here I am up here. In fact, it looks like I'm sitting in the coffee cup. So lots of our learners like to begin by using the video. So if we start with the video lesson, you'll see here that it opens up and there you can see the ideas. There's words on screen. So if I start playing this, I think you should be able to hear this when I start playing. Let me just check something here. If I start playing this...
Coffee Break Italian, Season 1, Lesson 11.
Buongiorno a tutti e benvenuti a Coffee Break Italian.
Ciao a tutti.
So I'll pause it there. You can hear the introduction, and as the lesson continues, you'll see the words and phrases. Not quite so nice.
No, so like a wee dash of milk.
A wee dash of milk. Yeah, that's your cortado in Spain. So here we're learning to order coffees.
Cappuccino.
Okay, un cappuccino. What other coffees should we think about?
For example, you could order un latte macchiato.
So as the words and phrases are discussed in the audio, these appear on the screen and you can see how they're spelled and how they're written and learn the words with the visual help of the video there to do that. So we have a video for every single lesson. You're able to watch that video when it suits you. You can download it onto your phone. You can take it with you wherever you go. And you also have the audio version of this lesson too. So, for example, you could take the audio with you on a walk or in the car or at the gym or something like that and listen again to that same lesson, but do some consolidation in a sense because you're listening to the same discussion, you're listening to the same questions and answers and so on, and you're getting more used to using the Italian that's covered in the lesson. Now, we also provide lesson notes. Everyone learns in a different way, and some people learn in a very visual way, some people learn in an auditory way and listening, and some people prefer written notes in a sense, like a book if you like. And we provide the whole set of notes for every lesson here with the vocabulary, and you can print this out and use it and take your own notes on it and so on. So lots of vocabulary and explanations for each lesson as we continue through the lesson. So then there's some listening practice, a conversation in a cafe and little conversations there. And you'll be hearing these conversations in the audio lesson and you can follow them within the notes. And finally, the last section is our bonus audio. So this is a bonus audio lesson that helps you review what's been covered in the main lesson, introduces a little bit of extra vocabulary, and gives you the chance to practice your understanding with a little bit of a translation challenge, if you like. So all of these materials are available within our Coffee Break Italian Season 1 course, going from Lesson 1 to Lesson 40. And I'm just going to jump to Lesson 40 for a second to let you see how much progress you've made in the course of this one in this one series, in this one course. So if we jump to lesson 40 notes, and you'll see here, first of all, we're introducing things in Italian. We're talking in Italian at the beginning. And then we have our conversation. So if I scroll down, we should see the full conversation. Actually, we're not seeing the full conversation in this one. Let me go to lesson 39. This may make more. Yeah, so here we go. We've got a full conversation. And in this wonderful episode, we have Katie and Francesca in Francesca's kitchen in Italy with Anna, Francesca's mum, making a wonderful tiramisu. And Katie's helping to prepare the tiramisu. So you can see the level of Italian that we've reached by the end of season 1. And this is all through working through this course together. So that's season 1. Now, season 1 is the normal price of season 1. I need to get this. Give me 1 second until I find this. I should have this with me. But the normal pricing... Oh, no, I'm not able to load this because I'm doing a live. Give me 1 second to see if I can sort this. Do you know what? If the team can maybe let me know the pricing, that would speed things up a little. We'll get this sorted. So the normal pricing has 40% off this week. That's the crucial thing. That's why I'm working towards this. Our normal price is sorry, I'm getting completely mixed up here. We have 40% off the courses, all of the courses this week. And that is what our Black Friday sale is all about. I'm terribly sorry about this. I should not have got distracted there. Okay, so we are offering this 40% off, but we'll talk about the pricing later. Let's look at the courses themselves. We're going to go on and look at Coffee Break Italian Season 2. So that was Season 1. Let's move on to Season 2. In Season 2, we're looking at further practical situations. So more examples of using Italian in practical situations when we're traveling, when we're experiencing life in Italy or with Italian friends, perhaps wherever you live. But we're getting into the grammar in a deeper way and looking at a variety of tenses. We learn to manipulate the language. We learn to use the language for what we want to say. And we're extending our knowledge both of Italian language and of Italian culture. And we also provide in the last section of Italian Season 2 a soap opera, a kind of radio play, if you like, called La mia estate, My Summer. And the idea of this is that you're following the story over the course of 10 lessons and you're getting to know the characters, but also seeing lots of examples of the Italian you've been studying in Season 2 in a practical sense. So that is Season 2. Now, very similar to Season 1 in the sense that it has audio lessons in our free podcast. But if you want to take advantage of our online course, then we have audio lessons, video lessons again, the lesson notes, bonus audios, and quizzes. So I think we can take a look at Season 2, behind the scenes. Let's just move here and we'll go back to home. And come back out of this. So this is the Coffee Break Academy for those of you who haven't seen this before. I'll just go to my courses. So these are all the Italian ones. And I've got Coffee Break Italian Season 2 here. And there we have it. So you can see we're perhaps looking at more grammatical concepts now. So verbs in the present tense, are verbs. We're looking at reflexive verbs within the context of what time do you get up at the morning. In the morning, rather. So we've got stories and ideas, content, and so on. Cosa facciamo stasera? So facciamo, that's from fare, the verb fare. And a little bit of a tricky verb because it's an irregular verb. So we introduced irregular verbs, we introduced different tenses and so on as we go through the different lessons of Coffee Break Italian Season 2. Once again, each lesson has a video, an audio lesson, notes, and bonus audio. So if we go to video, then we can see once again we've got the
Coffee
video.
Break Italian, Season 2, Episode 16.
So this is Season 2, Episode 16. I'll jump through this. So you can see, obviously, at this point, there's more Italian on screen as we're listening.
Sì.
We're talking about Goatfell here, which is a mountain.
It's still
Essere,
a chatty
but we'll
lesson.
only concentrate on the avere verbs.
Studied or I studied.
So there are two possible translations there. I have studied or I studied.
Sì.
Okay, it just depends on the context. If we said ho parlato, it would mean
I have spoken or I spoke.
So looking here at what's called the perfect tense in Italian, a tense to talk about what happened in the past. I spoke or I have spoken. So that is our video content. We have the audio content, the lesson notes, again, a full transcript of all the Italian used, plus vocabulary and explanations, and our bonus audio too. So this is Season 2. Coming back to here, just looking at the pricing, I can confirm the pricing now. Our normal cost, including VAT here in the UK, is £108 for a single course. Now that includes VAT, so that's 20% in there. Now normally that would be 108, so it's £64.80 at the moment with 40% off during our sale, and that's the same price for CBI 2, for Coffee Break Italian 2. And we do offer a bundle of Coffee Break Italian Season 1 and Season 2 together, where you're saving more, and obviously that bundle also has a discount in the sale. So CBI 1 and 2 bundle, normally £192 with VAT included, and therefore with 40% off, that's £115.20 in the sale. So you're saving a huge amount on these materials right now in the sale. Thanks for all your comments. More of you joining us now. We've got Connie, who has been joining us for 2 years. We've got René, who is also learning German, and he's been learning Italian for 6 months. And Barbara's saying, have been learning for a year, so I can return to Barga and actually speak the language. Wonderful. My family comes from Barga in Tuscany, so that's a beautiful place to go to, Barbara. Fantastic. Ashley's saying, learning for 3 years now, Sardinia. So I think Ashley's in Sardinia. Wonderful. And Vasilav saying, great materials. The problem is the price you're asking is simply just too expensive. Well, as I say, to this week, it's the perfect time to buy because we are offering some fantastic reductions on our courses, and we only do this once a year. We believe that the content in our courses is very much worth the very much good value for money, given the amount of content that you're learning and how much you learn over the course of that time. And ultimately, depending on where you go for your coffee, each lesson is probably cheaper than the price of a coffee. So if you're getting yourself 40 coffees over the course of a year, for example, you have more than paid for this. And indeed, if with 40% off, that's a lot less. Okay. Right, let's continue on. We'll look at some of our other courses because we're going to take a look. Actually, that's the wrong one. We'll press this button. We're going to take a look at some of our shorter courses. We have... Actually, no, we're not. We're going to look at Season 3. We've introduced Season 3 this year. And if you've been learning with us for some time, then Season 3 is the perfect way to take your Italian to the next level. This season focuses on advanced grammar, and we're really building our understanding of the language. We're going to be seeing all these new concepts in the context of conversations and dialogues, and looking at real language, real Italian, and idiomatic expression. The way, real Italians speak. So this is a new development. We have just launched this course. In fact, we're just in lesson 3 or lesson 4 of it. Lesson 4 is out next week. And with Season 3, we have a slightly different model, because within the free podcast, we give the explanation of the grammar point and a discussion of that grammar point, and then you hear a dialogue. And the dialogue gives you an example of the grammar point. So you're listening to the dialogue, but you don't really get any explanation of the dialogue. We give a little kind of English summary of the dialogue, but not an in-depth explanation. But that comes in our language study audio, which is part of the online course. So the language study audio explains the dialogue in detail, and you go into all the words in the dialogue and talk exactly about what is in there. There are lesson notes, of course, video lessons where you're seeing the words on screen. And then every second week, in the weeks between the main lessons, you get a translation challenge. And that is giving you the chance to put into practice what you've learned in the main lesson. So if you're already listening to Season 3, this is our advanced Italian course, then the online course will give you so much more to be able to benefit from and to be able to use in a different way to take your Italian further. Let's take a look at Season 3 now. If I just come back out of here and we can go back into the... Come on. It's deciding not to work now. Here we go. So come back out and into our courses. So go into my courses and look at Coffee Break Italian Season 3. So as you can see, we've got, so these are lesson 1, 2, 3 and so on. Let's go into lesson 2. So pronti per la festa. So we've got a situation. Are you ready for the party? Once again, we have a video lesson. And here we're talking about direct object pronouns. Ci ha invitato Giulia. So Giulia has invited us. And we could also say ci ha invitati Giulia, because there's two ways of doing that. I'll play this quickly.
Coffee Break Italian, Season 3, Episode 2. Salve a tutti e bentornati a Coffee Break Italian. Io sono Mark.
Salve a tutti, e io sono Francesca.
Come stai, Francesca, oggi?
Benissimo, Mark.
So lots more Italian used, obviously. And if I jump forward to, I think we should be able to have a listen to the dialogue. Yeah, so here's the dialogue from lesson 3 from season 2. And, lesson 3, season 2. No, listen to season 3. And we'll have a listen to the dialogue today. It's been a long day. Here we go.
Allora, ragazzi, siamo pronti per la festa?
Più o meno. Ci sono ancora tanti preparativi da ultimare.
Dobbiamo sbrigarci, non possiamo lasciare sempre tutto all'ultimo minuto. Diego, hai ordinato le pizze?
Sì, tranquilla, tranquilla. Le ho ordinate ieri e arrivano oggi verso le 8.
Perfetto. Poi abbiamo una torta, giusto?
Okay, so you get the idea there. A much more developed conversation. And if you're familiar with this type of language, you'll maybe notice that what we're practicing, direct object pronouns, come up lots of times in this dialogue. So we're getting a real opportunity to practice the dialogue. And this is all discussed in our language study episode, which is part of the online course. So that is Coffee Break Italian Season 3. Now, Zach has got a really good question. We've had this question already many times over the past couple of days. Will there be a combo package of Season 2 and Season 3 similar to Seasons 1 and 2? So we do have these bundles for some of our courses, and there's a bundle for Seasons 1 and 2. There's not yet a bundle for Seasons 2 and 3, or indeed a bundle for Seasons 1, 2 and 3. And the reason for that is Coffee Break Italian Season 3 has just launched. So we're currently on Episode 3. Lesson 4 will go out next week, and then we'll continue publishing episodes every 2 weeks. And as soon as they're available, they will be loaded into the Coffee Break Academy, and you will get access to those. Now, the lessons are quite complex. There's a lot to take in each lesson, and of course you get the translation challenge every second week. So it's the kind of thing that it's going to take some time for this course to complete. In fact, it's going to take basically 80 weeks. You'll be working through this course over the course of 80 weeks because there are 40 lessons and they're published every 2 weeks. So until that is complete, we won't be having a bundle course for Seasons 2 and 3. Season 3 is also a little more expensive than Seasons 1 and 2 because there's that much more in it. And again, you can save 40% on the cost of Season 3 at the moment with our sale. Now, we also have some shorter courses. Let's take a look at some of our shorter courses. If I can bring this on. We have our Coffee Break Italian magazine, where you're consolidating the language that you've learned in the main seasons. This is a shorter course of 10 lessons. We are helping you to build your understanding of grammar, your exposure to new vocabulary, and very much develop your cultural awareness. Because the thing about the magazine courses is they focus on an element of culture in each episode. So Coffee Break Italian Season 1 magazine is available, and that's also in our academy. The online course involves the audio lessons, lesson notes, and vocabulary and exercises, letting you practice the language that you're learning. We also have our travel diaries. And again, it's the same idea. You're consolidating this language at an intermediate level. And with the online course for the travel diaries, we have audio lessons, lesson notes, and a pronunciation practice video where you're watching what happens on screen, you're seeing the phrase, you're hearing it being read by a native speaker, and then you're repeating that yourself to practice your pronunciation. So that's our travel diaries. We have 2 seasons of the travel diaries currently available. And the first takes you through Tuscany. The second takes you through the north of Italy, in the snowy region around Bolzano and Trento. So you can follow the travel diaries, and these are 10 lessons in each season. We also have our Coffee Break Italian Reading Club. Now, this is a 52-week course where you're getting weekly texts for 1 year. It looks like I've made a typo in that slide for 1 year. But it's all about building your reading skills, but also your listening skills, because we provide an audio version of all of the texts. And the thing about the Reading Club is that it's very much about building your cultural awareness of all things Italian, and therefore not just about Italy, but where Italian is spoken in Switzerland, for example, in the Italian-speaking areas of Switzerland. So each week you get the texts and the vocabulary, you get exercises, and you get a slow and a normal speed version of the audio too, to help you understand what is being said. Now, we actually have 2 seasons of the Reading Club. So if you've completed the Reading Club Season 1, then you might consider signing up for the Reading Club Season 2. That gives you the opportunity to take another year of Italian texts, 1 per week. So there you have it. That is our selection of courses in Italian. You can see all of them available in the Coffee Break Italian Club. Sorry, not the Coffee Break Italian Club, the Coffee Break Academy, where we are making all of our courses available. So if I just go back to my courses here, you can see the Travel Diaries Bundle, Travel Diaries Season 2, Season 1, a Reading Club here, and then also our magazine, and then the Season 1 of the Reading Club. So all of these courses are available as part of the Black Friday sale. And to take advantage of the Black Friday sale, all you need to do is use the coupon code BF2021 at checkout. Now, it's very important that you do use that code, because if you don't use the code, you will not get the 40% off. So at checkout, this is just an example using Swedish, but you click on the link that says click here to add coupon. So once you've clicked on that, you will be able to enter in the code BF2021 and then click apply. And when you click apply, you'll see that you've got the money off and you're ending up with the correct price with 40% off. Now, you'll see that this example includes VAT. We are based in the United Kingdom, so if you're buying in the United Kingdom, then you would pay 20% VAT. Depending on where you are, you'll pay a different rate of VAT in the EU, depending on the local rate of VAT there. In your own country, or indeed there are some sales taxes in other places, and everything will be shown on that checkout page. So when you see the checkout page, any tax will be added to your purchase price. So you'll know exactly what it is you're paying based on where you are. And all of our prices are available in US dollars as well. So you're able to buy either in pound sterling or in US dollars. So let's return to our slides. As I say, use coupon code BF2021. Just a reminder, if you've been watching this and you're on YouTube, in our YouTube channel, and thinking, why is this only about Italian today? Well, we have a German live coming up tomorrow, a French live on Saturday, and a Spanish live on Sunday. And there's also something else I wanted to mention, and that is the fact that this week we're also holding a prize draw in which you could win our entire learning library. So that's every one of those Italian courses, plus all our other courses for our other languages. That's over 75 courses, and the prize is worth over £4,500 or $6,000. So it's a fantastic prize, and 4 lucky winners will win the entire learning library that we have. And all you need to do to enter this prize draw is use that coupon code at checkout, BF2021. You'll automatically be entered. And if you prefer not to use the coupon code, if you prefer not to take advantage of our sale, you can also enter the prize draw by email, by including your email address, by doing so over at our page for our Black Friday sale. So coffeebreaklanguages.com/BF2021. So there we have it. That is about all the information I have for you today. Yeah, it is indeed. So I'll just bring that one back and I'll come out of here. I'll leave that link up on the screen so that you can see that, so that you know where to go. But I'd like to ask you if you've got any questions. We have had a number of questions through by email and on social media over the past couple of days since we launched the sale yesterday. And so I can answer some of them, but if you have any questions, then please do post them in the comments and I'll be very happy to answer them in the next few minutes. Just a comment here from one of our existing customers, our existing learners, so Jean or Jeanne, I'm not quite sure. Apologies if I'm pronouncing that wrongly. But Jeanne says, I just want to comment that the price is very reasonable given the 40% discount. If you compare what's offered in the premium lessons to similar language content out there, it's so worth it. Thank you so much, Jan. That really is appreciated. We know that you're learning with us and you have been learning with us for some time. So we are really pleased to hear that. We very much hope that everyone feels the same way and that our content is very much worth what we are charging for it. And as I say, this week we have got this extra bonus of 40% off. So if you have any questions, then let me know in the comments. One thing that some people have been asking is that how do you buy more than one course at a time? Is there a cart, a shopping cart idea? On our site, there's not a shopping cart. You would have to buy the first course and then the second course and then a third course and so on. So it's not the case that you can add things to a cart and then check out. It's just the way the system, the platform that we use works. However, if you are considering, for example, buying both the travel diaries, then make sure you use the bundle. The bundle will give you a better discount. So you'll get a discount on the bundle and then you'll get your Black Friday discount if you use the coupon code. And the same goes for seasons 1 and 2 of our main lessons. So our main courses, Coffee Break Italian Season 1 and Coffee Break Italian Season 2, those are our bundle courses. Okay, now there are a couple of other questions coming in. Thank you for these. Rita is asking, how long do you have the courses when you buy them? Okay, this is a very easy question to answer. Forever. You always have these courses. You can buy the courses, you can download them to your own devices, you can store them in multiple devices, you can store them on an external hard disk, for example, if you want to keep them safe. But you'll also have access to them in the Coffee Break Academy, of course. So it's not the case that you buy now and you have access to it for a year or anything like that. You buy now and you will have access to that for however long you need. You can download all of that to your own device. So I hope that answers your question. Trina is asking, how long does the sale last? A very good question. The sale is running until next Tuesday, so Tuesday the 30th of November at 5 minutes to midnight UK time. So that will be 6:55 p.m. Eastern. And other time zones, obviously around the world, you can work that out. But UK time, 5 to midnight next Tuesday evening. So you're able to take advantage of this for the next week, and of course you can use it multiple times. So you can use the same coupon code multiple times. Our sale will be running right through Black Friday weekend, and will be also available on the Tuesday. However, after that, you cannot use the coupon code. So don't email us on the next Wednesday and say, oh, I forgot to take advantage of the sale, because I'm afraid it will not be possible to do so. Our sale is running for 9 days in total, if you count Monday and Tuesday of next week. So Monday, yesterday, all the way through to next Tuesday evening, UK time. I should also say that we don't have sales normally. We only really have one sale in the year, And there are never these kind of discounts on it. So this is the biggest discount, the best opportunity to buy. We would very much suggest that you, if you're thinking about taking up a new language in 2022, then buy now, and then you can have it and you can use it when you're ready to go. Joyce is saying, I bought CBI3 yesterday. Thank you. Grazie mille, Joyce. With a new email address, someone kindly switched my whole courses over, but now CBI3 is not showing. Joyce, I am sure that we'll be able to sort that out very quickly, and I know that the team has seen that, and we'll be able to sort you out very quickly with that, so that you can see all of your courses under the same email address. In fact, the team has just confirmed that they're on it, and you will be able to see that very, very soon indeed. In fact, if we're still broadcasting and you can see it, then let us know. We'll be very pleased if you can do that. Again, let me know if there are any further questions. One other question that came up over the course of the past couple of days is about the way in which you can access the courses once you've bought them. So you can access the courses on any device, basically any device that allows you to use a web browser. You can access the lesson notes there. You can access the audio content and the video content within your web browser. Now, some devices limit what you can download, for example. So an iPad, although iPads and iPhones now have changed, and you can download files and store them within your Files app. So that's straightforward enough. But there are also other third-party solutions that you can use, like the Documents app, where you can download things and store them on your iPad very easily, and use the audio files and the video files. It's very, very easy to download the materials. And of course, it's even easier just to stream them. So if you've got an internet connection that allows you to stream things easily, and you use Netflix or any other streaming service, then of course it's very easy to stream our content from wherever you are. Okay, I think we're going to leave it there. As I said earlier, there are other live broadcasts later in the week. So German tomorrow, all languages on Friday, French on Saturday, Spanish on Sunday, and then all languages again on Monday. And these will be Q&A sessions. So if you have questions, then bring your questions to the session. What I would suggest, if you're completely new to Coffee Break and you've never seen our content before, please have a look around. Go to our website, coffeebreaklanguages.com, and you'll be able to investigate all our courses on there. You'll be able to have a listen to the podcasts and decide whether this is for you. There are different language learning solutions out there, and perhaps our solution is not the solution for everyone, but we believe that it's probably the solution for you if you enjoy learning in a relaxed style, in a way that will allow you to learn real language, not just a few phrases, but real language, and in a way that will allow you to understand what you're saying. So it has worked for hundreds of thousands of people all around the world, and we hope that it would work for you. A couple of other questions. Sheila is asking, will you stream Season 3 on iPlayer? Find it so helpful when driving. So Season 3 is available on all of the podcast apps. You have to look for the Season 3 advanced podcast feed though. So if you're just subscribed to Coffee Break Italian, then we'll be putting out new content in the new year for intermediate level, and that will go in the normal Coffee Break Italian feed. But if you're looking for Season 3 materials on the podcast feed, for example, when you're in the car, then you need to look for Coffee Break Italian Advanced. So search on your podcast app for Coffee Break Italian Advanced. It won't be on iPlayer or BBC iPlayer or anything like that. It will be on a podcast app. It will be on Spotify. So you'll be able to find it there, Sheila. Hopefully that helps. Magdalena is saying, so happy to see you. I've been listening to your podcast and have planned to get the premium version of Coffee Break Italian, so the discount is great. Perfetto. Grazie, Magdalena. Sheila has said, I've paid for it but didn't manage to sort it. I see. Right. Okay. So in that case, Sheila, what I would suggest is if you download it on your phone, you'll be able to listen to the materials in the car when you're driving. And apps like Documents has got a very good playlist manager. Basically, the Documents app, which you'll find on an iPhone. If you've got an iPhone, there are similar apps on Android. You'll be able to download all of these materials into a playlist and access them from the playlist, and you'll be able to do that in the car, no bother. Or indeed, you can access all of the materials within the website and just start it playing, depending on how long your journey is. The episodes tend to last about 20-25 minutes, so I guess you could start it playing before you leave and listen to it as you go. Right, so Chelsea is asking, what would you suggest if I'm B1 level and to also improving speaking? Okay, so first thing would be, I would very much suggest you have a look. If you've not done our full course, the Season 2 course will definitely help you at B1 level. If you're working on, if you've listened to Season 2 already, I would definitely recommend the magazine and the travel diaries, because they help you expand. I think the thing about when you're learning a language, you're going forward so much at the beginning, and you feel, yes, I'm making progress, and then you kind of hit a point and you've got to go a little wider. You can't keep going forward. You have to go wider, and when you go wider, you pick up lots more vocabulary and lots more examples of the grammar that you're studying. And we always feel that point, that intermediate point, where you're reaching the plateau and you're thinking, oh, I can't go any further, I can't keep going forward so quickly. That is where we try to provide as much content as possible. So all of our travel diaries, our magazine, our reading club, that all helps build your confidence in that intermediate level before moving on to Season 3. Season 3 is definitely up in the B1, B2 level, but I would suggest, first of all, listening to the podcast and getting a feel for what type of language we're covering, and perhaps listening to some of the later episodes in Season 2 to see, are these too easy for me? If they're too easy, then yes, consider Season 3. I hope that answers your question, Chelsea. Sheila is saying, never thought about doing that, so being able to download these onto your phone and getting it available. But your journey is 5 hours, so yeah, I think you may need to get these into a playlist, and I would definitely recommend that you don't touch your phone while you're driving. Okay, I think that is everything for now. Thank you once again. I really do hope that this has been useful, taking a look behind the scenes at our materials. And I should also say thank you to all those of you who are watching this on the replay, because obviously this will be available after the event. And we hope it's been a useful guide to what we have available for Italian. We'll be back tomorrow with some more information about German. So if you're a German learner, do come along then. But for now, I would like to thank you again, and of course, wish you a happy Black Friday week, and of course, happy coffee breaking. And we'll just finish with our little promo video for our Black Friday sale.
In our 2021 Black Friday sale, you can save 40% on all Coffee Break Languages courses. You can benefit from huge savings on Coffee Break English, French, Chinese, German, Spanish, Italian and Swedish, simply by using the coupon code BF2021 at checkout. Our sale is now on and runs until the 30th of November. That's not all. We are also running a prize draw this week in which you could win our entire learning library. That's over £4,500 or $6,000 worth of language courses. This is our biggest sale ever, and there won't be discounts like this again for at least another year. For everything you need to know, head to coffeebreaklanguages.com/BF2021, and we'll see you there.